The ocean, the largest biome in Minecraft, home to dolphins and tropical fishes of all species. Take a deep breath, for in this series we are exploring the complex ecosystem that thrives here, with a variety of animals including coral and sponges. Here, in the undisturbed depths of... Hey, cameraman John, where in the devil are you heading? Typical.
Hello everyone, Raven here, and today I'm showing you by far the most complex contraption I have made, my magnum opus. It's an underwater hidden entrance, or a triple piston extender BUD hidden entrance. To enter, you can use redstone dust, a redstone torch, a button turning off, or even a lever turning off. And you can also use a pressure plate turning off, but it's more difficult. You can also turn the block into a grass path or farmland, and it would all trigger the entrance. For better or worse, bone meal does not work to activate the entrance. And to exit when you're underground, you can either use a button that's diagonal to the entrance, or you can have a piece of string. It will cause an update as well. Or you can right-click the node block here, which would send a update to the observers here to activate the entrance. The hidden entrance is completely flush. It's very fast and very compact. The one I've been showing you takes about 1.5 seconds to open and close, and is suitable for use on dry land. Whereas for this one, it takes 2.8 seconds to open and close, and it's suitable for use underwater like so. Now to use it, you want to hold down your sneak or crouch button so that you can enter before the entrance closes. This same build can also be used for an under lava hidden entrance, but only in the overworld. In lava, you are unable to crouch, but since the overworld lava flows slower, you're still able to enter as there will be air blocks here. It is possible to build a 1x2 block version of this entrance by building them mirrored, and hence you have a 2-block entryway like this. And for the exit, you can have a button here, or you can right click the node block to exit. And both timings are possible for this, be it the dry land one or the underwater / under lava one. I also made a rectangular version of the entrance to make it a bit more nicely shaped instead of this oblong shape. And yes, the download is in the description below. The sea lanterns mark the working ones, with glass on top marking the final designs, while the rest are prototypes or other types of designs. And yeah, do check them out. For applications of this entrance, you can have it in your house as a aquarium. You can put coral and fish inside, and entrance to the aquarium where you can hide your valuables underneath it. And you can also have like a lava rubbish bin, but actually hidden underneath it is a nice little room for you to hide your valuables. Or you can have it in the overworld near your house, or even make it just a normal fancy entryway by having a, say, node block instead of grass block. And you can do this by enter by right clicking, or you can have it like a redstone ore, such that you enter it whenever you step across it like this. So the timing of the opening and closing of this hidden entrance is determined by the fader circuit here. To make it have a longer timing, you need to change it to a block here like this, and then shift the torch closer, one block closer. Over here it's 2 blocks away. And then another thing you can change to make it 2 ticks longer is, instead of having a redstone dust output from the repeater here, you can have it output to a block. So for the underwater entrance, you need signs to keep the water from flowing out, since if it flows to the side, it would keep activating this BUD. For the under lava overworld entrance, there's no need for these signs, since the lava flows very slowly in the overworld and it would never touch the BUD. Another great thing about this BUD entrance is that underwater it's not affected by the liquid changes of the block above it. So even if the water source block disappears, or even for lava the source block disappears, it still functions well, and it only responds to redstone changes. The previous hidden entrance I made retracts the grass block underneath another block, so there's this very low, rare chance that the grass block would turn into dirt. But now this is no longer an issue. But other issues like the dirt turning back to grass, activating this entrance would still apply. It's slightly more sheet-proof now, but any updates such as using a hoe or shovel would still apply. Also, in the new entrance, there are no longer slime blocks involved, so it wouldn't hinder your entry by slowing you down. To turn a grass path back into a grass block, simply place a sign above it and it will turn into dirt. Another interesting thing I've noticed is the pattern on the grass block changes as it retracts and extends. Now, the design of this hidden entrance has a pretty long history spanning several years and many days of prototyping. I started from exploring block update detectors, BUDs, in an old video, but yeah, most of these designs are now outdated, and the comparator update detector is the new hype. The first entrance I built was a simple redstone popper that's hooked up to an old entrance design by Mumbo Jumbo. Next, I tried to compact the entrance by making it all in one block, so the BUD is connected on the same block with the entrance. I called this the retraction update detector entrance in a previous video where I showcased my house, and how it works is it uses this long wire on the underside to halt the BUD so that it gives some time for you to enter. But yes, all in all, this is still quite large, so I went on to further improve it. Then more recently, with the introduction of components like the observer and the redstone block, I made a newer BUD that I featured in a previous video, and I tried again to make an entrance with the Mumbo's entrance idea, but it is still really difficult to use. You need to press and then hop out of it, and so it's I never featured this in any of my videos because it's not very ideal. So I eventually came up with the idea of using slime blocks, first on 2 different levels, then after that on one single level for entry and exit. And yeah, I showed the video of how this works, as well as the issues with the grass blocks disappearing, and it also isn't suitable for underwater use, so I wanted to make it a triple piston extender instead, such that the grass blocks goes directly up and down. But when I was making the triple piston extender, I realized that I can only have it extend 2 blocks up, I needed to make it modified such that the last piston doesn't extend, and it forms a BUD with a separate circuit. So I made many different prototypes for the modified triple piston extender until I got this super compact one. It's just fits within a 2x4 by height of 4 area, and it doesn't pop out, it's flush with the floor. And then I made use of the trick that the lantern has a delay only when turning off, such that I can get 2 separate pulses like this within a small area. And this is 2 ticks to extend and 7 ticks to retract. And yeah, I made it super fast, especially after removing the torches so that there's no delay when turning on. So putting everything together, this is my first working prototype. I needed a large delay between the opening and closing of the entrance, especially when you're using it underwater. So this is the circuit for that. And there's a separate delay circuit here, which controls resetting the BUD. And this has to be synchronized with when the pistons fully extend. This made the whole thing really fat, especially with the use of repeaters. Repeaters also have an issue of having both an on and off delay. For my case, I want it to turn on immediately, but I only want it to have an off delay. This gave initial designs a really huge refractory period, which means after using it once, you cannot use it again. Like here, I cannot get in until that repeater resets. And this is very problematic because especially underwater, if you cannot get in on the first try, you may drown. Eventually, I settled on using the fader circuit, which is perfect for this. It has delay not when turning on, but only when turning off. So with the fader circuits in place, I no longer have that long refractory period to worry about. But having 2 delay circuits is still really big, and I eventually may want to reduce it to 1. One thing I struggled with very much throughout the different prototypes was trying to synchronize the extension and the BUD resetting. It's been very hard. And if it comes out too slow, it gets jammed here like this, 1 block below. Whereas on the other hand, if it comes out too fast, it doesn't extend. This synchronization problem became a lot harder when I tried to reduce the 2 delay circuits into only 1. And one ugly workaround for this problem is to have it come up fast, but it will extend thanks to this extra observer circuit here that will update the piston. But yeah, it's ugly. So after many days and leaving a huge trail of prototypes, I finally have this final working design, and it only has 1 delay circuit. So how it works is, since the delay circuits work on the redstone signal strength, this torch here, the redstone here would turn off first, turning on this torch before this BUD resetting circuit here is retracted. So with this, I can have it compact, have it retract fast and extend fast. Thank you all so much for watching. Please share the video. I hope that more players can make use of this hidden entrance, and do subscribe. I'm still a long ways from 1,000 subscribers. Please give me your support, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.